Hello Aries, and welcome to your axis spread reading with me. So I'm going to explain to you what an axis spread is about. First off, here at the center you have the card that represents the self, so you. You have the hunter here. You have above you and underneath you, you have the heaven above, and then underneath you have the underworld here. So in the underworld, we see the Two of Wands, and then above you, we have the Death card, and we have the Fool card. So you have two majors in your heaven placement. So this is very significant. It's something that is above you, working forces that are like influencing your life and the way that like things unfold is happening at that moment. I don't think that in your case it's someone that has deceased that is trying to guide you. I really do think that it's more about the universe itself. They're trying to bring you something here by bringing you first an ending, okay? We're going to get back to it in a moment here. In the past, for you, Aries, you have the King of Cups, which could very well be you, your energy. And then looking at your future here, we have the Eight of Cups. So let's start with the center. Here we have you. You are described as the hunter here in your reading. So the hunter is really someone that chases after another thing or another person. So this is your kind of like your natural energy and the energy that you are in at the present moment. You are someone who goes after what they want. You are someone who also knows what they want. So once you decided or settled, you pursue, and this is what you are doing. So you have your eye on the prize. I don't know what this is for you exactly. It could have to do with love, since we have the King of Cups still, past, and then the future we have more cups, and then so it could be love or it could be in friendship. So you have a very specific idea of what type of love or what type of friendship that you are after, or what type of partnership that you are after, and you're technically hunting it. Okay, take it how it resonates. All right. So in your underworld here, I think it's very much like polar opposites to the energy that we see in the card of the self here. So you the self and then the underworld. So one is about movement and the other one is about pausing and really think about, you have two options, you have two choices here, and it's really about making the right one by you, basically. So do you want to go for the path that is most known to you, or the path that is less known? And that could be, it could look very risky when you look at it, but it could also be very gratifying, and it could be, it's like the new and the old. So new, old, what are you going to pick? It's not a decision that, even though it's fire energy, it's the energy of wands. The Two of Wands is not about, really chasing like the hunter. It's really more about sitting back and really think about what you want to do and what you want to choose. So two very different energies here. The energy of the underworld is basically a part of yourself that you haven't explored yet. So I feel that because you are so like inclined to pursue, you feel that is less natural for you to just weigh out like the pros and the cons and take your time really to decide what you're gonna go for, because like the hunter doesn't really pause and reflect. All right, they just chase. It's an instinctive thing to do. So your first instinct is to chase, and it's not to like think. It's action, not thinking. So here, because it's in the underworld placement for you, Aries, it's something that it could actually be very helpful for you. And the more you ignore it, that side of you, the more you keep it buried deep down, the more it's going to create tension, maybe a little bit of conflict in your life, or just inner conflict. Maybe you feel that things are complicated or difficult. That's because like this part of you, which is the Two of Wands, you're not giving it enough space to actually come up, really. So we're going to keep the Heaven for last, okay? This is what I want to do here. So King of Cups in your past energy might be you, that you were someone who was really very emotional. You put a lot of emotions in what you were doing. You were emotionally like passionate about something, or very attached to something or someone. Or this could have been also someone that was very significant. They could still be in your present now, this King of Cups, but it could be someone who has water in their chart. It could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And I think you could be dealing with a Cancer. And the reason why I'm saying that is that I've had this dice for... I didn't want to use that dice for any of my Axis spread reading, but I carried it around with me today, and I was doing the fire signs. Sagittarius had one number because I knocked the dice over and it fell on the floor. That one kind of did the same. So for you, you have number 7 here. 7, I'm thinking, month of July. So this is why I think this is about maybe a Cancer in your life. Someone who's born in July, or maybe early to mid-July. So it's someone that is showing up in your past energy. And we're going to look at your future energy here. I don't see that person. What I see for your future is an energy of the 8 of Cups. And especially for Cups, this 8 energy is really about letting something go, because you're moving in a complete new direction that doesn't really include what you're leaving behind. Basically, it's something that you're leaving behind so that you can move forward. But it's still you're releasing something, but it's very sad. You feel very sad to release it. You don't necessarily want to do that, but you feel like it's the right thing to do. Maybe you have another calling, but this hasn't happened yet because it's in your future position. So that's why I do get the feeling that this person from your past is still in your present. You might, for some of you, you might be letting them go, or that person is letting you go. It can go either way. But I think that your Heaven placement is kind of like confirming that there is going to be like some sort of ending with the Death card here. It's something that the universe is bringing up to you, really, or bringing down to you, however you want to see that, because it comes from above you. So it's going down to you here, kind of like putting a stop at the chasing, okay? Because it could be also that you're kind of like, you've always chased that person, and this was like just something that you did from the start, but you kept chasing that person, you kept going at it. Your heart was very full for this person, you felt a lot for this person, and this person may have felt it too, or is feeling that way about you as well, and it could be like mutual. But you're the one to do all, like everything. You do everything, and so this might not be very healthy for you. So this is why the universe kind of like decides to intervene and send you this the death knight. Really, I don't think you're seeing I don't think you're seeing it coming. But the reason that they're doing that is really because this other card fell as well, is because they want to show you that there is actually something new for you that is specifically for you. With the full card is about beginning, death card is about an ending. So it's an ending that brings in a new beginning for you. And I don't really feel like you're seeing it coming because you're just focusing on chasing. But the universe says to release. Instead of chase, you should release. And instead of chasing, you should also maybe use a time out, with the Two of Wands to like really think, is this truly the right thing for me to chase this person? Or is it really, is it the right thing for me to always be the one chasing? Because you might not be dealing with someone specific. But I think it might have been like a pattern for you in your love life with the King of Cups and in the past energy. You're just a chaser. You're someone who courts, but who the people that they're not doing the same for you. They're not courting you. They're not. So you're like going after runners. If you don't know what a runner is, it's basically like someone who runs away. And usually it's not towards you, okay? Usually it's like someone who just runs away from you or who avoids you. So maybe you could have been dealing with a lot of avoidant people or insecure people, and so you just want to you just go for that kind of people, that kind of dynamic, because you're just so used to it. This is a part of you, right? And so I think the universe just has something in store that it looks, well, to me, I think it could be just like a better beginning, right? But in order to get that beginning, you really have to let something go. And if it's not a person, then it's that pattern right over here, okay? In love, to be the hunter, to be the chaser, you have to let that go. 8 of Cups. You're not happy to let it go, but I think that it's going to happen either way. You always have free will, but like the universe is really pushing you to consider that this is going to be a possible future for you, like a possible outcome. Okay, Aries, so I know this is kind of it's not too heavy stuff, but it kind of is with the ending and the card of sadness, of grieving, also with the 8 of Cups. So I do want to remember you, Aries, that you're stronger than you think. You can go through anything, really. So yeah, I really hope that I hope and I believe that all will be well for you, Aries, okay, at the end of this this chapter, if it's a chapter that is ending for you, but I have faith in you. I really do also appreciate all new subscribers, and also I do answer to all the comments. So with all that said, Aries, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in your next reading.